Hey everybody, and welcome into another wonderful day here on the Double G streams. And today, gonna be playing some Magic the Gathering Arena. The latest set is Murders at Karlov Manor. Dun dun dun. And I have actually no idea how the storyline goes at all for this one. I haven't really paid attention since what was it, Explorers of Ixalan? Yeah, because we started off with Wild Developed Rain back in September, and then around November, December. Would have been close to November-ish. We got the Return to Ixalan, Lost Caverns of Ixalan, and then now, so yeah, we're back on Ravnica for the fourth time for only a single set. So that's most interesting. Though it gave a really good artwork of the lizard scientist I featured as the thumbnail. And then we're going to Western World, basically. There's going to be a Western, like a Wild West theme set in April. Now that looks really cool. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Sign me up. Sign me right the heck up. Want to be there day one for that one. Yeah, just that's going to be an interesting set. And we'll finally have the first standard rotation next September for the first time in a long while. And we're only then losing the Innistrad stuff. We get to keep all the Dominaria things for a whole extra year. And I'm for that. I'm all for seeing like what kind of rotates out. But okay, having the third year of standard, it's still kind of for me. It's still kind of awkward. People say that standard is currently in a healthy spot. We'll see if that continues. But yeah, anyway, what can you do? Before we continue, then we'll check the news, weekly announcements. Maybe there's some patch stuff. Downloaded a deck because Ash Lizzle just keeps making all the decks. Like, she plays all the decks in the format, makes awesome, cool, tries out other things on her own. And oftentimes it seems like her favorite decks are things that I always want to try and make, but I'm missing something I'm just not understanding about the format of standard. And I know I'm this close to breakthrough and finding the deck, but I just don't know exactly what I'm looking for and how to materialize the concept. Like, I'm sure there's something that's in this color scheme that I want to play. I haven't even got to make a Merfolk deck yet. But I knew there was some sort of like artifacts and like +1/+1 counter stuff. Red-green has been doing that pretty well. The Simic Artifacts deck is definitely the kind of deck that I wanted to make. And Arg. She made a more recent version of this one too, from the stuff that apparently there's at least a single card in like Murders at Karlov Manor that have been added to her Simic Fax deck. And I was like, or I think she calls it Simic Cookies. But I'm like, yeah, the Simic Artifacts deck. I'm like, man, I want to pilot that because that is right up my alley. That's the deck I was trying to make. I just couldn't figure out. And she went ahead and made it. And then right now there's a really good mono red deck. Man, I want to make that. But I got inspired from a couple sources to make this Teamer aggro. I'm like, I want to try and update this if I can. Hopefully some good black-red cards from Rakdos I can throw in here. Do some swap outs before rotations. And I wonder how Mono Blue's been doing. I have to play a few of those for Professor. But anyway, I'm mostly here to do a draft. At least do one draft during this season while there's still like only about a month left of Murders of Karlov Manor being the mainstay of the standard right now. So I'm gonna hop right in. Let's see what's in the daily deals first. And separate from Magic news, Akuma in fighting game terms, in Street Fighter 6 specifically now, Akuma has finally received his like a teaser trailer. And I'm starting to question, based on that teaser trailer, and it's pretty cool, mind you, I'm starting to wonder if they're kind of showcasing that Akuma's going to be a much slower paced character than people are used to playing Akuma. Akuma's usually features being a bit on like lowest health, faster speed. So he's almost kind of like a Cammy style character. Where he has low health, but like kind of faster speed, lots of like attacks and movement options. So he's more like this like a mix-up pressure character. That one wouldn't say exactly combo heavy, but he's like a pressure mix-up kind of character. You're always putting on the offensive. He's not exactly like aggro, but he's just got so many tools to keep pressure going. But of course, one wrong slip and you have probably the least amount of health in the game, and you're like a glass cannon, kind of, sort of. Not exactly a glass can, but you're definitely made of glass, no doubt. So, why is this thing 0? Blue? Just a sleeve and card style? The game skills impeccable. People skills lacking. No good number of people like that. But if it's free, sure, thanks. Wow, Magic, thank you. Can't tell if this would be a platypus or a mole. Moles usually have like these like flowery kind of noses. Maybe a platypus. But that's a string gives you. Oh. Like, what are the daily deals? What cards? What kind of themes going on here? Malara? That's cool. These are all... Yeah, good old Stromkirk Captain. Oh, you want vampires? Oh, boy. These are all older cards. Interesting. Well, with that, already poured out a nice 11%er coffee beverage. Oh, yeah. I love every excuse to use up this Kirby mug. But yeah, Kuma's out. I wonder if he'll be good. I wonder if he'll be slower. I wonder if he'll be a slow, punchy character and not have his movement options. I kind of got sidetracked by a lot of things. I'm gonna tie up a few loose ends. Akuma. Will he be slower? Will he not be as fast? Will he not be as like options heavy? Will he be like a slower, punchier, kind of like methodical character? That would be awesome, because if Akuma is now like supposed to be in his like almost high 60s, 70s now, age-wise, lore-wise, then him being a super powerful but kind of slow character would be nice to have, and especially if he's not even a grappler, because I already have a power character out of like Zangief and grapple, but usually the characters that are featured as being slow and power are usually resigned to being grapplers. They're usually typecasted to being grapplers. And I feel like the character of G from Street Fighter V kind of broke that mold, and so did Q. Q also broke that mold. Q only has like the one command grab, so they both have command grabs. Maybe they didn't quite break the mold entirely. But I'll digress. I think it'd be really cool to have like a non-grappler, like slow power character who would allow me to play like fundamentals and stuff and whatnot. It would be an interesting, great change of pace too for that legacy character of Akuma. And yeah, here's hoping. But we'll see what they do. He's releasing in spring, so I'm guessing Edges came out into February. Probably won't see Akuma until like maybe April or May. Late April, mid-May, something like that. So I'm funny that I'm catching the MKM stuff just at like the tail end of it. So, Premier Draft. Well, I guess, well, I still have so many draft tokens. Use one up. Right in there. I think I'm going to turn the volume on my television up once or twice so I can hear a bit more. Get a little bit more of that nice ambient music that Arena has to offer. And for people to remember, like, notice that it's like, oh, the table's ready. Get ready. Unless you're playing on mobile and the client crashed. Here, Jim Davis pressing buttons already. Where are they? The sound fought. There it is. Dude, what a username. MTG streamers are trash. Wow. Anger much, buddy? I mean, he's not wrong about this particular MTG streamer, but okay. Cease and desist. Surprised that wasn't a previous card that existed. Ransack Lab. Turn. Ooh. Well, I guess we'll be seeing if we stick to blue, but a spell heavy deck seems cool. Click on it and hope for the best. Phantom. But what a weird word to be defenestrated. It's literally just being pushed. It's specifically pushed out a window. Never parlayed near high windows. Target opponent exiles suffix cards as Irish face down. What is my next time if you cast it? Look at and play them. Pick up double rares? Why the heck not? All in on do instant sorcery stuff. Hopefully grab a little bit of red. What? Disguise. Disguise is basically like powered up morph because it has ward 2. Into the graveyard. Could be useful. Like accusation. Okay, it's one of those like, you know, tap it down permanently kind of blue enchantments. No card from hand. That can be good. I'm gonna start by doing the braggart. The braggart seems not bad. Not the braggart. The snoop. Fairy snoop. Burn jump. Suspect a creature, gives it menace and can't block for as long as it is or remains quote, suspected. Damn list. 3/2 defender. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, it loses defender and gains vigilance. I'm gonna get the graveyard recursion card. Enact the crime. I'll target an online card. Any graveyard, let's put there anywhere this turn, copy it. You may cast a copy without paying its. As long as they non-land. Target the card, exile it, copy it. You can do something cheap. Only something that was done this turn. We're on pick 5, so this will probably come back around. I'm gonna pick up this card. Float Sam and Jet Sam. 3 cards, investigate. Gives you a clue to investigate that. That came back as clue tokens. I don't know, 3 cards. From each opponent's grave. I'm glad I picked that one up. Equipment. Because I do need to pick up some creatures. Only assailant. Tapped. That could be a useful card. I'll pick this card just in case. The fairy. So the new mechanic, or a new mechanic in this set is called Collect Evidence, where you basically exile a combination of cards from your graveyard until their total mana cost equals said number. So it's like, oh, This one is like collect evidence 6. You can do any combination of cards where their mana cost equals 6. So if you want to grab 2 spells that are 3 cost equals 6, there you go. Or if you want to grab 6 1 mana cards, that'll do it too. Hustle and bustle. I'm gonna take this on color thing, even though I don't know what it does. Sack a creature. Sack a creature is suspected to draw 2 cards and. Huh. Yeah, okay, maybe not the best pick, but there's some red in here now. It's a green left over. Might have to, like, swap. 3-0 first strike investigate. 3 mana. I'll do the chase is on. We don't have anyone killer. I'll take the land. Blue. And the criminologist. You draw a card. Courier guy. No, I'll just take the benthic things. I'll make better selections though in the next rotation. Not doing the braggart. The land again. I'll take bombier things next time. Lots of red. Okay. I say I should grab that ape. We got a magnifying glass. Cool. Illicit masquerade. Base swaps going on? Oh, jeez. Enchantment with flash for 4. So I can cast it at instant speed anytime I want. There's the battlefield. Put an imposter counter on each creature you control. Whenever a creature you control with an imposter counter on it dies, exile it. Return to one other target creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, okay. So you get to swap something from your graveyard back into play from the graveyard for everything that currently exists when you casted this thing. That is weird. Take this. Boarhound. 1/1 for 1 with Menace. 1/1 for a single black mana, Menace. Whenever the creature with power 2 or less from the field and control surveil 1. Ooh, interesting. That works great with Thopters and stuff. It's got to be what? Power 2 or less. Okay. One target creature. Reasonable Doubt seems like a good thing to pick. Archdruid Charm. Oh, that's right. They have been doing a super rotation of this thing. They've been doing a super rotation of sorts, where there's been this set of spells that are 3 of a single color. They're an instant speed, and they've got modes on them, and you can pick one of those modes to be what you're going to do when you cast it. I forget what they did before. I think they did the blue one last. Now they did the green one, so I think we're waiting on the other 3 colors now as well. People figured out a new thing for Explorer with this card, Insidious Roots. That'll be interesting to see. Or is it Pioneer? One of them. Explorer, Pioneer. Actually, same format. They're using the Lord of the Rings cards, and it could probably only be for Modern. But hey, whatever. If I get through these cards a bit sooner, a bit better. Yeah, none of the colors I wanted were kind of open. Or discard cards, where else? Feature? What's the Shattered Pact? Huh. Probably taking the Cerebral card, because I would need a lot more instants and sorceries, which I only have 7 of. Gotta work on that. Hard evidence. Is your 3 from crab to creature token and investigate. Yeah, I'm all for that. Wait, this is a Modern Horizons card. Some of those are just in packs now? Crazy. Land on the Guild pack is so interesting. I want this card for real for sets. I may just like draft it for collection purposes. I want to put that as part of a deck, make that stuff work. Because it works great with Domain. Lands you control are every basic land type, in addition to their other types. And you can play, if this is in your opening hand, you can just put it on the field. Each non-land permanent control is all colors. Everything's all colors, and dude, that's crazy. Hard-hitting question. That's a good card to have. I know people have just been, yeah, but I need that. An extra ley line? Dude, thank you, everybody. Macabre Reconstitution. The Macabre. Cost 2 less cast. If a creature card is put in your graveyard from anywhere this turn, return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Alright, we'll just take the little goblin guy. He kind of sort of grixis. Take a second copy of a fairy. Felon's Rage. Good card. Nobody's making Insidious Roots. Oh, I should have been picking up a green-black. Mask Maker. Yeah, we'll take that. Into the sideboard with you. Ooh. Phoenix. Dies, you may exile it and collect evidence 4. If you do, return to the battlefield tapped. I'll take it. I need a few more creatures, though. This is just an enchantment, right? Turn target online permanent its owner's hand, surveil 1. That's useful. Just do. So they did kill off Teysa in this set. What? Huh. But alright, yeah, thanks to unauthorized exit, we have kind of pseudo-removal. We can bounce something at instant speed, so, oh hey, that's a nice creature display this turn. It goes back to your hand, I'll surveil 1, and buy myself a little bit of extra time. What does this monkey do? I know it's pretty decent. Disrupt them with an artifact or sacrifice an artifact. And it becomes a 4/4 for 3, but you have to sacrifice your own artifact. That's really good. Bring in here. Lumbering Laundry. Literally laundry. Oh. True crime of fashion. Wah wah. What a joke. What an absolute barbaric pun. First turn. Draw card, discard a card. I'm taking the pseudo removal again. The bounce spell. Surveil should help. Needing more blue spells. Black or any. I just need being more anything. Sacrifice creature. And if you've collected the evidence, the greatest power. Yeah. That's interesting. Living Conundrum. 2/5 for 5. With hexproof, heck yeah. You skip your draw step if you would draw a card while you have no cards in your library, which would normally end the game and make you lose. It has base power and toughness 10/10, has flying and vigilance if there's no cards in your library. Oh. Cerebral confiscation, because the timer is getting like slimmer and slimmer. Ooh. What is this, gadget technician? Thopters, but it's not have it help me with this like game plan of spells and stuff. Pagan Dot seems like a good card to have. Actually, it helps me find one of the cards that I already own. Ways of Investigators. That might be the way to go. It's a reasonable doubt. Now I'll take the Braggart. Kind of a bomby card late game. Still get a monkey anyways. Cool, cool. I don't think I'm creating lots of Thopters, or I guess they're the clue tokens. The investigative clue tokens are artifacts, so gonna help the monkey out. Got a couple ways to build this. First, I'm gonna bring it into this kind of format so I can actually physically see everything that we've got. And I've got to drop down roughly 12 cards. I don't think Leyline needs to be in this deck. I picked up the two of them just so I can throw them in another deck that I have, and I'm like, hopefully that'll help that deck out and make it good. Because the deck's, it's okay. It needs a lot of help. But I think it's got the right idea. So... make this good. This is a good late game. This is early game. Help yourself do something. You have a graveyard game plan. But late game, it says on the Jet Sam side, make each opponent mill 3 cards, or just make your opponent, and then the 1v1. Make them mill 3, and then you can cast a spell from each opponent's graveyard without paying the mana cost. So it's like, okay, opponent, mill 3, and then I can choose any card in your graveyard, stuff that already pre-existed there before you milled them, for 3. And just, yeah, I choose this card that costs 8. Thanks for letting it be in the graveyard. And then, of course, you exile the spell. If a spell you cast this way would be put into a graveyard, exile instead. So that means even the creatures you take won't return to the graveyard. That's pretty powerful, because usually it's like, oh, cool, you got their creature, but they removed it and it goes back to their graveyard. Like, bum, 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 bum. Nothing. I don't think this deck is going to have lots of creatures in the graveyard. Even if I have a lot of cards that, I should take more magnifying glasses. The magnifying glass produces mana. Ouch, the way I was sitting really hurt the ankle there. Ow, man. Trotta. Oh, that's right. Trotta's the vampire assassin. I'm trying to remember, which is that character again? That's right, vampire assassin. Who's after Teysa, huh? Oh, I got... There, that wouldn't go away. So is this a Grixis deck or a Dimir deck? Or is it an Izzet deck? thinking this is mostly a Demir deck. What does this do? 2-mana enchantment. Whenever a creature you control attacks, exile the top card of your library face down. You cannot look at it. 2 mana, discard your hand and sacrifice this enchantment. Put all cards exiled by this enchantment into their owner's hands. Interesting. That is a great way to empty out the library for Living Conundrum. Ooh, that's gnarly. That's a gnarly combo. Only a sacrifice effect, which there is a 2-mana sacrifice effect in this set. I passed up on, I think, a couple copies of them. Oh boy. Triggers Rel with the Gorehound. Fail 1. Connect the dots can stay because that works. It creates a potential win condition with Conundrum. Creates a 1/1 every turn that gets sacrificed immediately. There's creatures that continues to work well with Snarling Gorehound. Okay. Do you have 3 Crime Stopper sprites? Oh, So this thing's a 2/2 flyer for 3 mana. You may collect evidence 6, which is basically exile any number of cards from your graveyard and make sure that their mana costs add up to the sum of 6. You can do 3+3, you can do like 2, 2, and 2. Any combination, just get yourself to 6. So this thing enters, taps down a creature, or if you do the collect evidence portion, it'll tap down and put a stun counter on, which means that thing won't untap for each. Once a turn, it won't untap for each stun counter on it. So it delays a creature in tapping for a whole extra turn if you do the collect evidence. But it's a high cost for the evidence too, so don't think this is a Phoenix deck. Don't drop off the Phoenix. Shucks. It's robbery. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that card around, but it could be useful. For this Felonious Rage. Our creature converts +2/+0 gains haste till end of turn. When a creature dies, create a 2/2 white and blue detective creature token. You can take any creature, give it a buff, and then give you a replacement and the ETB creature. Pretty good. I don't know if it's worth running 2 of these here. Where's that enchantment I took early on? The Case of the Ransacked. Costs 3, but it makes instants and sorceries cast a single colorless less to cast. So it makes things 1 mana cheaper. 4 more instant or sorcery spells this turn. So you have to, quote, solve the case by casting 4 or more instants or sorceries in the same turn. And then once it is solved and it becomes a solved case at the end step. And specifically your end step, so interesting. When you cast an instant sorcery spell, draw a card. It's really weird. It's better to be there for the cheapening effect, but I don't know. Dual Leech is interesting. Dark creature's power 2 or less gets +1/+0 against Death Touch to end of turn. I think a Dual Leech would give you like Death Touch and Lifelink while also giving it 1/0. Well. At least it can buff itself, that's pretty cool. Agency Coroner. 3. Sack another creature. Then draw a card, and if the sacrifice creature was suspected, draw 2 cards. We'll trade with that Thopter guy who makes a once a turn Thopter. Huh. Man. Tough, tough, tough. You gotta get rid of up to 9 other cards. Try and get rid of one of these sprites. Narrows it down to 8 cards. 3/3 flyer for 4, and it dies. Get a clue token. That's pretty good. Solid stuff. I was gonna get rid of some of these other things. Even the giant, the braggart's probably not gonna stay. Doesn't end up can maybe stay. I think it's a good late game thing, especially from keeping Case of the Ransacked Lab. Question is, am I keeping it? I'm not 100% certain. Let's see. 5 mana, 5 mana, 5 mana, 5 mana. Okay, everything's 5 mana up here. I don't think the Criminologists are needed. We get rid of them. This thing's also a 6 mana game winner. Twice this artifact. Oh. It takes 4 mana, tap, investigate. Gives you an extra clue token. Does that immediately go to anyone or anything? I don't think so. Don't think I need this magnifying glass. This is a good late game option. Creature, 16 non-creature. Yeah, let's get rid of a Felonious Rage. Felonious Rage is kind of best only if we already have, like, creatures on the field. And we actually don't have a lot of those. Stays. What do you do? Wish I picked up more Snoops. That's right, so 1/4 flyer, 3 mana. But it takes 3 to play it face down. It takes 3 mana to turn to face back up. But when you reveal it, when you turn it face up, look at the top 2 cards of your library. 1 goes to your hand, 1 goes to the graveyard, which helps thins the deck out for doing Conundrum, which you can get back from doesn't add up. Menace makes that deck just make that card very hard to use, because the whole point is that you're definitely going to win out the game by having a 10/10 hexproof flying vigilant guy. But if the vigilant guy can't block, there's no point. This is only a creature I control. Which would be better to get one of these other creatures back, so actually I have good targets. I wouldn't want to waste it on reanimating the Conundrum if I could help it. And Constant can stay. This can help mill away the library for Conundrum. I guess when you were like roughly 3 cards. The Rage might be better than Chase is on. Your first strike investigate just isn't the way this deck kind of works. Three mana for +3/+0. Was it first strike? Yeah. Dang. Guess I'd want to keep I got 2 sprites, so it'll be fine. I have this other flyer. He's solid. I'm gonna be filtering through the deck a lot anyways, because if I have the Gorehound out, Mask Maker gonna do anything for me? Not really. Off him. It's kind of all. I'm not really hitting my stride until 3rd turn of the game. Doesn't have a whole lot going on for it. Eesh. Alright, Chase's on can go away. 142. I don't think that I would like return cards from that, but I think I might swap out Orangutan Sprite, especially if I do plenty of surveilling and everything is in the graveyard. Collect Evidence 6 might not be too hard of a task to do. Boy, this is an odd deck. I don't think I've ever constructed anything so convoluted. And spell heavy. Usually I'm just like, all right, this creature is menace. This creature's. I make this like you typically make aggro decks, red black aggro decks, in limited. Wow, red guy makes red core aggro base decks. Go figure, huh? 11 and 14. Give the magnifying glass. It's an odd keep, but I'll have it. Let's see how this goes. I'm okay with this being 41 cards. Hope for the best here. I'm a tiny bit worried, but we'll see. A little out of my comfort zone, but I seem to have made a few selections that actually work, actually connect out well. So hey, there we go. Alrighty. Well, let's see how many matches we can get in this. I want to say roughly hour 45 going on. It's funny, I actually got home really early and I had spent that extra hour. I was like, oh no, I can probably, because I got home around 10:30. I'm like, yeah, maybe I could start by 10:45. A little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Next thing I know, it's really like 11:30. I'm like, oh, did not get that much extra time for Magic the Gathering. Oh well. You know, I found that mono red deck from Ash Blizzard. I'm like, oh, I would totally play this mono red deck. This seems cool. This seems legit. I'm all for it. And it is gonna require 10 additional rares to have. And I only got 2 rare wild cards. I need 10 wild cards. Wonderful. It gets me to, I got 3 mana, but this is not doing, it's not doing anything right now. I get the 7 guys, get the magnifying glass, and as long as they don't go turn 1 creature, I might stand a chance. But yeah, maybe my curve is a bit messed up, and it seems like the shuffler is doing its normal shenanigans. They played Mountain. They literally said Mountain Go. They lost my own heart. Dude, this card. I'm just playing it straight up, huh? Every creature you control is turned faced up, so... Oh boy. Well, we'll see what's up. Unauthorized exit to help out. Person's gold one bronze. Yeah, you can have 3 damage. I'm fine with it. There's a battlefield, create a 2/2 white and blue detective creature token. Resolve. Yeah, that's a good follow-up creature. Yeah, we'll keep this so I have a body to throw down. Can I afford to take a turn off and do magnifying glass? Not really. I only got 1 card to thing, so cast you outright. And you get tapped, whatever. It's not gonna matter. I'll offer up the trade. They'll probably do a combat trick. Probably the Felonious Rage because they're in red. Yep, they did that, and they'll have the Rage. They decide not to attack. Cool. Here. Maybe I'll just put out the 3/3 flyer. I just won't even care. Start curving out a tiny bit. I'm playing the long game. I'll just not attack. Every card they draw, though, is troublesome for me. Suspects itself and creates the 2/2 token. Okay, cool. One mana away from doing this, from Jet Sam, and then They got nothing in graveyard yet either. Okay. I'll just put this out and see if I can start playing ultra late game stuff. No, I'm probably not gonna do that. Past turn. We'll wait it out. Definitely better to wait it out. Bro, we're just gonna keep playing Drogo. Well, they're not doing it first. Alright, they're gonna attack with everything. Okay, past blockers. Menace. That's fine. See what you've got there. Do I bother trading here? We'll see what they want to take. On each attacking creature. That's interesting. Boy, what a card. Fuss and bother. Huh. Oh, that's brutal. That's a brutal thing. Okay, so this thing is 3/3 and we'll trade. Cool. If I'm gonna trade out, yeah, I at least want to get a return creature for it. You can't block, so it's not like the best, but don't play this land. I will pass the turn. Blockers. Get rid of the most damage. I don't know way to like. The draw a card. These two cards in the graveyard. I don't need to draw 2 lands right now. And I have 3 bodies to play. I bought myself 1 turn! That was totally worth it. We'll see what we get here. Battlefield Surveil 1. What does it say? Battlefield. Other than a enchanted creature gets supposed to play gain vigilance on turn. Okay, cool. That thing has menace, right? Yeah, so I'm dead no matter what. It's a good game. I did not actually put myself. I forgot about the menace, but that's okay. Heck of a strong play, though. That fuss card. Oh my goodness. Instant speed +1/+1 from counter on each creature on each attacking creature you control. Man, that kind of card used to cost like 4 mana and was a sorcery. Usually in green-white. Power creep. Keep up the power level stuff. That seemed to operate pretty well, though. I was pretty satisfied with how that all played out. The opening hand wasn't that great, but what I drew was pretty solid. I just didn't have a lot of options to choose from to try and keep the game going. Oh, darn, I got one of my late game cards again. I don't even have a blue. That's much better. Cool. Keep this 6. Can't play the bystander, but I'm gonna get rid of the it doesn't add up. I'll probably get rid of the it doesn't add up because it just that card didn't seem to work out as well as I would have liked it to. Not very synergistic. Doesn't actually help me. Did not help me. What's the word? Keep the game going. Didn't help me try it. At least not when I play this deck. 1/1 for 2 flyer. There's battlefield. Get you a clue token. Sheesh. Whenever you sacrifice artifact. Ooh, sacrifice artifacts gets +1/+1. That's a pretty good card overall. I might even be able to go straight into Pioneer deck. Alright, what we got here? Right? Probably put it on the 2 Disguiser. They'll probably draw the card next turn, attack for 2. Here's a great like tempo card if you've already got like a field of creatures. Your low curve tempo, tap a blocker down and do a thing. So and if it becomes suspected, it gets +1/+1. You can return this card from your graveyard to your hand. So 1-mana enchantment that gets +1/+1 and basically menace can't block. That's really strong. And then it's recursive. You can bring it back from the graveyard. Oh my gosh, the power creep in this set is much stronger than I thought it was. Oh my goodness, that's stupid. Sacrifice clue token. That costs 1, and they sacked it, and they... This is gross. Monumentally gross. Yeah, I'll put that... Another sprite. I care. Use a block. You know, I mean, like, tap it. Well, keep open for blocking. They have potentially 4th mana. They've got lots of cards in hand too. That's gross. Chess. Yeah, if I can like bounce the Gear Drake back to hand, that'd be pretty great. And then a morph quickly through ward on it. Oh, the power creeping magic. They only cost 2. Nice. That costs 1 now. 2 mana spells now, only 1 mana. Fantastic. I'll pass a turn. They did this guy. What's this? Cryptex. Tap, collect events 3. Don't have any killer. Then put unlock counter on the card. Sacrifice it. Reveal 3, then draw 3 cards. Activating it has 5 or more unlock counters. Oh, sorry. Test attackers. Just that thing? Yeah, I'll throw a blocker. Show me what you got. Undercover crocodile. Investigate. Ooh. It costs 2 black. Yeah, I gotta get rid of this card. I'm at the point in the game where being able to cast that would be kind of cool and help. It gets helped up by Case the Ransack Lab, but and now the thing's not giving me any mountains, even though I run more mountains than swamps. That's probably done. I don't know, but I'll check the land count again because, dude, they've got up to 6 lands, and now I can't draw lands. Arena Shuffler really sucks. Hey, just, you know, maybe sometimes just give people true random and, like, don't give them, don't put algorithms in your game that, like, try to figure out how people should be playing the game to maximize their retainment into the game. Just let things exist naturally. You don't have to modify everything. You don't have to tailor every aspect of life. Can't draw land, can't draw a mountain. Best of both worlds would be like draw a mountain. Give me a land and make it a mountain. Is red strong in this set? Seems it. Braden, what you doing? Just a moment ago he showed up, eh? How's it going? Just beat the original Halo? Doing the story, huh? Should I attack with this guy? 3 more damage, investigate. Yeah, you can have your 2 damage. We'll give it to this guy. But hey, cool. I don't think I've ever played through the original Halo, but with a friend I did play through Halo 2. I said the best of both worlds would be to retrieve a mountain, and I did actually get one. How about that? I got nothing creatures in hand in the deck that cares about having spells. Shuffler, I only have 11 creatures, and you've given me 1, 2, 3, 4. You've given me half of the creatures in my deck. The odds on this are just not mathematically possible. This is improbable at best, not impossible, but gosh. Play the orangutan. We'll disrupt the 1 target artifact. Get rid of that flyer. That one's actually useful. That was a good turn. No attacks. And maybe I can just play this Conundrum next turn, and I think it's my win con, so I think I'll just play the Conundrum, try to keep my ground game strong. And hope for the best there. Discord DM. Depends when you sent it, but I probably did not see it, no. Yeah. I'll boot up Discord. I'll try to move it away from there so I can actually read it. I know I've seen some stuff. Lots of NFL stuff happened. Okay, so I lost track of when they put that down. Let's go with the 1 creature. And deal combat damage to a player and proliferate. Depends what these 2 are. No, the proliferate, investigate. That's fine. get this card back. Again with the fuss card. Why does that card exist when there's... That's hybrid mana as well. How is something that powerful a hybrid mana? Oh, the devs, the set design was not thinking clearly with this. They did not play that to game balance. That card is way too powerful. Stupidly powerful. Ugh, it's so dumb and I hate it. Alright, let me see what you got. What did you send? Oh, that's a big list. that's a big list of bullet points. Let me see what... You can send me a message. I'll message you back in a bit. Housework help. So I need the same thing, so we'll work together on that. Okay, let me read your thing. 4-year, $100 million deal with the Falcons. Patriots made a trade to Jacksonville. Mac Jones. Cousins is the $180 million deal with Falcons. Gosh, man, that's so good. Russell Wilson, 1-year deal with Steelers. Oh, interesting. I need to shuffle my creature away. You can literally just tap it down and attack, man. I don't have any mana, so I'm dying for 9 damage anyways. Stupid. Okay, limited in this set is really... I'll go there. I'll drop an F-bomb. It's really fucking dumb. Like, in just 2 matches, my first 2 matches of limited playing this set, I've seen the same card completely obliterate a game, just take over a game on the turn it's used at instant speed on turn 4. Maybe it's turn 5 or 6 even, but still, that's just like really early on in the game with limited. It's like, oh, 3 mana, instant speed. All your attackers get a permanent +1/+1. So it's like, oh, just swing out off the crowd. Instant speed for just 2 colorless and a hybrid. It's easily splashable. Dude, it's so dumb. Make a really great white weenie deck, though. Be really good in white weenie for standard and stuff, but oh my goodness, man. Especially the latter half of it's, I think, only 5 mana. Man. I'm just upset because that thing's instant speed and only 3 mana and so easy to cast. So easy to cast. My gosh, man. And of course, the arena shuffler is so bad. Algorithms do not a good randomizer make. Their randomizer algorithms are giving me all my creatures when in a spell-heavy limited deck. Giving me all my lands and all my creatures. Yeah, there's no reason I shouldn't... My only non-creature spell was Case of the Ransacked Lab. I guess I saw it didn't add up. No, actually, I tossed that away at the beginning of the match because of a mulligan. Dude, in Supermorph being Ward 2 mana? Oy. Oh, I'll take a break from Oh dude, you're traveling to the airport? Dude, nice. Where you headed? On vacation for a little while? Let's see what else did you see under Russell Wilson, Josh Jacobs, signed with Packers. Releasing Aaron Jones. Saquon Barkley heads to Philly. Dave Davis heads to Jacksonville, leaving another wide receiver slot open in Buffalo. And you're going to Fort Lauderdale for a cruise on Wednesday. Cool, man. Lauderdale, I think that's a Florida place, but yeah, you gotta be going to like somewhere golf-ish for a or Atlantic Ocean. Or are you going more? Or is that more west? I forget exactly where Fort Lauderdale. But you're going on a cruise. That's the important part. You're going on a cruise. Enjoy. How long of a cruise is it? Like, what kind of cruise? Or maybe don't say what kind of cruise it is. You know, no, because that's too much personal information. I could reveal things. I want to keep you safe. But how long is the cruise going to last? Normally cruises are like, what, at least a couple days? They range anywhere from like 3 to a whole week. You know? Dang, man. Cruises are no small deal, too, when it comes to, like, pricing and all that, so... Man, enjoy! Probably gonna be a big old ship. Till Sunday? No, that's a 5-day. 5-day cruise. Sometimes 5 days, right? So you leave on Wednesday, depending on how early. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, yeah, 5-day cruise. Man, that's awesome. Hey, wish you the best there. Always wondering what it's like to be like out on sea on a giant ship that's going on a cruise. Me myself, I've been on a couple train rides, and man, train rides are heavenly. Sleeping, especially if you're like one of those like room cabins. Like those are the best. Yeah, safe travels to you. You head out. In here while you're traveling. So you're heading out like right now. Man. Power to you. But alright. Seahawks lose Colby Parkinson to the Rams. How do you feel about that one? Your team made a move. I really didn't give up Colby Parkinson for nothing. Depends how you felt about that player too. Broncos trade Jerry Jeudy to Browns. Baker Mayfield is staying at Tampa Bay. Chiefs extend Chris Jones to a record 5-year, $158 million contract, highest paid to a defensive lineman. Wow. Tony Pollard to the Titans. And Fletcher Cox and Jason Kelsey retire as Eagles players. Yeah, said lots of stuff went down and you just had to report it to me. A whole lot of moves did happen. That was quite the bullet list. And who doggy? Tune post over here. Oh, dude. We resigned. No offense. We have no opinion on Parkinson. Sucks he went to the Rams, though. Is that like a sucks that he went anywhere, or that he specifically went to the Rams? Would have rather seen him go to like a particular team. Here. Even big heads, so you're stoked. Wish. Hey, good on that. Good that you've kept a certain player that you'd want to see, kept on the team. Jake Gensel and the Penguins. They lose Jake Gensel, man. How'd they trade him? I'm still kind of livid about that. Getting rid of it doesn't add up, so now it's the exact 40 card deck, and hopefully this won't make the shuffler too dang wonky anymore. I don't want to start another draft going 0-3 because the shuffler fucking sucks. Didn't really know what I was doing. Drafted these cards, and it kind of came together and looked pretty good on paper, pun intended. He said it sucks because he specifically went to the Rams. Well then, fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, don't mind me, I'm just going to have a... This is pretty cool. It's got great artwork. It's very colorful. A mask with feathers, now that I actually look at it. But, the smoothie sour with praline cheesecake, pecans, caramel, cinnamon, milk sugar, and vanilla. Like, man, those are some strong flavors. Last can I have this one too. Now I have to say, it already is very delicious. You just had to hear those flavors. Outrageous. I finally get my black one drop, and I get 2 mountains. 2 mountains! And a colorless land. The shuffler is broken. Maybe I should have gotten rid of the colorless land, but... Like, you can't be for real. There's no way the shuffler is... I was about to say, there's no way the shuffler is this messed up, but I think we already all know that, yes, the shuffler actually is this messed up. Okay, at least I got a bunch of blue cards to work with, so I can get rid of the slimy tool each, but... Oh my gosh, man. Triple Island? No shuffler. Just no. Fire the team who made the shuffler in this game and hire a brand new team because... Oh, brother, this team stinks! Make a 0-3. And my first draw was this crab token thing, so... Okay. It worked out. What we got here? I made a Camel Tipster. 1/1 for 2 mana. Mole Scout. Beginning of your end step, if a face-down creature enters the battlefield under control this turn, put a +1 counter on the Tipster. And it also taps for mana. It mana ramps at 2 mana and does something pretty powerful. Dude. That draws me a red card. Man. Well, sucks to be my opponent. I have a Kirby mug and they may not have one. Ah! Pass 2 attackers. They're gonna end their turn. There we go. I'll draw an extra card. I won't even say this. That card's in hand, goes up to 6, then draw a card. Wondertastic. It does not behoove me to put this case down when I can have reasonable doubt counter something big they might play. L3 investigate. Yeah, I have to pass a turn. That's disappointing. Deduce. Draw a card. Investigate. Resolve. So they spend a bunch of mana and this thing to draw. Okay. What is this? Oh, 2. Victor, Inspector, another detective and his benefit. You discard a card. Submit 0. Not trying to, quote, suspect a card. Just go ahead. Pay your 2 mana. You'll keep the card. Fine. throw stuff in the graveyard. Now I'll just let you do whatever you want, because really now I'm just not allowed to have any lands. I'll just triple invest into Magic the Gathering. I'll just move over to playing Modo. Or Mythgo. Because, dude, the arena client is just not good. It's bad. It is just so bad. Now you give me a land, and you give me the colorless. Well, this made me want to stop playing. I haven't played Arena 1. I'm like, no, I want to play some Magic. This makes me want to not play Magic. It's gonna be all lands. I'm not gonna cast that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna pass some turn here. Ooh, I get to counter a card. Thanks. Yeah, I'll keep my 0/3 token. I don't care. It'll help me out later. I don't get this card when I have all the creatures. Or I just can't get a mountain for it. And, nothing else later. If I draw one more land, though, I can get Sam them. Cool. Cool. Why did I have all gold players when I'm only bronze? These are all high gold players when I'm only bronze. And, yeah, okay. Also mutation. That's pretty strong. Wish I had collected some of those in the thing. But, alright. You're literally gonna triple block. Dude, man. Sure, you're muted. What a disgraceful opponent. Literally at 20 health, you can be like, you can literally just let a crab through. A 0/3 crab, you can literally just let that crab through. You're not being efficient by blocking it. As they often say, read the room, man, but okay. lousy opponents on a lousy platform. Shucks, man. Alright, I guess I'll start playing some Mitgo. Been afraid to play because it looks like it looks like such an old-fashioned, convoluted, hard-to-use program. People still end up using and playing anyways, but okay, it looks like I have trouble following what goes on in Magic the Gathering online streams and videos. I always had trouble kind of following along. I feel like I wouldn't be able to keep up with the format, the platform of Mitgo, MTGO, as compared to MTGA. But it's worth trying to put up with it because, man, this platform, Arena, has had a problem since the beginning with its algorithms and shuffler. Opponent selection, alright, has been awful. That made no sense. The math on this game never adds up. Just never adds up. It really got me thinking. I hope Wizards hasn't been forced by Hasbro to hire on people who know how to do the stuff that MOBAs do, which is like keeping a algorithmic form of addiction going. Keep people playing. Like, just because that goes along well with Magic, like, people already just enjoy Magic for Magic. Let people enjoy Magic for being Magic. You don't have to adjust Magic to continue to tailor to, you don't have to, like, a Magic just organically makes people have fun and be interested in it. You don't have to tailor Magic to keep people interested in it. You don't have to, you don't have to inorganically harvest continuation of this game. So they didn't bring back the shock lands in this set. I'm gonna go check the land base for this set. Put all 10 of these lands in the set. They're all rares. So the least they could have done is made them uncommons instead of wasting all these rare slots on a small one-of set. So no more shock lands. So, like, we don't want to reprint the shock lands again. We don't want to drive their value down. Okay, whatever, that's fine. But they literally, quite literally, power crept lands from Theros. The lands from Theros were just these, they're just lands. They didn't say didn't have any typing. They were literally just a land. They would enter the battlefield tapped. It would be a dual land that could tap for one of two colors. So all 10 lands existed, and they would scry 1 when they enter the battlefield. Okay, making it Surveil, and Surveil was first introduced on Ravnica. Making it Surveil is kind of akin to Scry, except instead of going on the bottom of your library and keeping your library the same size, it thins your library by, still thins it out because you at the bottom, but if you shuffle, then that's what matters. So it either stays on top of your library or goes to your graveyard, versus stays on top of your library or goes to the bottom of the library. So they still, in effect, they basically brought back the Scry lands from Theros block, but they gave them land types. I thought this set was going to be like wonkier, kind of like bottom up, not a top down design. I thought this set would be kind of wonkier and a little bit more fun and silly and shenanigans. But this set is just straight up power, 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 and I'm kind of annoyed at that. So that means the Western set is going to be like wonky and goofy instead of this set, which should have been a bit goofier take on like being at Ravnica. Maybe the kind of just disappointed at WotC. Like, this was supposed to be like a murder mystery set, followed by Western. I would almost expect both to be kind of like a little tongue-in-cheek, kind of silly. And this one does have some tongue-in-cheek moments, but the power level is still. I'm just baffled. Such a disconnect and whiplash when it comes to the theming. Ay, 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 ay. Actual basic land types on a scry land. Okay, surveil land. Oh, man. Wow. Just... are full art reprints of the dual land. Sure. Well, there's not enough time, and I'm not going to bed quite yet. I can try playing another round of something. I'll start up one more draft to see if maybe I got something out of like learning about this format, but I'll definitely not be spending any more draft tokens on this set. Maybe it would have been fun to try and play this for sealed, or I don't think people have kind of figured out the format. This set's already been out for about over a month now. Like I'm playing it as beginner way too late. And that doesn't help anything either. What do we got here? Well, we know Person of Interest is a pretty strong card. Lost in the Maze, Enchantment, Tune, X. There's battlefield, tap extra creatures, encounter on each of them. You don't control, tap creatures you control. Hex. Doppelgang's a weirdly strong, like a weird card. Can be strong, but it takes too much mana investment. Long goodbye. Can't be countered. For a target creature or planeswalker's mana might be 3 or less. For a creature or planeswalker's mana might be 3 or less can't be countered. What? Yeah, I'll take a copy of that card. Thanks very much. Dude. And it can't even be countered by Ward. So it gets around Ward. Oh my! The power... Oh my gosh, the power creep. Things that were mana 3 or less in the past were already strong enough, so... Dude. My goodness. These living conundrums. Maybe they'll come back around. I'm gonna take this black-red card. I'm gonna go for black-red stuff. I would love to do a living conundrum deck. That would be hilarious. But that might require things. So if they come back around, I'll probably take them. We'll see. People might be trying to pick up blue. I don't want these, I guess. This is definitely a chases on kind of deck, so I'll take that for starters. Might be good later on. Hopefully people won't pick it. There's a third living conundrum. I almost can't believe that. And Shady Informant. But... Kylox! 4/4 for 7 menace ward, 2 in haste. Sacrifice any number of creatures. When he attacks, sacrifice any number of creatures, and looks for your library, its total power. Cast any number of instant spells from among them, without paying their mana cost. Actually pretty cool. We're taking the price choices of instigators, but it will be fine. One 3 fly for 2. Tap from graveyard, then create 2/1 bat tokens. 1/1 flying bat tokens. I'm just gonna take the land just for the heck of it. One less wild card to use up later on. Should work really well in the one deck I play anyways, because it has land types. What do you know? I'm running a lot of red. I said I'll take one if it comes back around. I'll take 2 of them, because why the heck not? I got all 3 of them. Lol. All right. Well, I can quote shift gears if I need to. No witnesses. Each player controls the most creatures, investigates, then destroy all creatures. Oh my goodness. And an extra long goodbye. That was funny phrasing. Demand answers. Good spell. Probably won't stick around. That won't rotate. I'll take another quote. Long goodbye. That is fantastic removal. Detonation was a do. Can't be countered. Deals 4 damage to target creature. And it only costs 2 mana if you've sacrificed an artifact this turn. So if you activate a clue, then spend 2 additional mana, that's stupidly good. Okay. We get here. Does 1 damage to any target? What? Agmal's really strong. Anything that's creating investigative clues. After Kylov. Was it taking place of Kylov? I forget. Oops. Okay. Adventurous will take that because that's been a strong card. -X to end of turn? Dude. There sure is a lot of can't be countered in black right now, just to help get around Ward. Gosh, man. They use power creep to answer their power creep, and that's just makes things doubly bad. How many creatures do I have? Not many. I need to pick up as many creatures as I can. Mills 2 cards? I know we're great with Conundrum, but I'll take the Braggart over any more extra removal I need. I need cards. I need creature. Start with they probably taking the Scapegoat. 1/1 for 1 haste. Suspects itself immediately, so it gives it menace, can't block. Whenever one or more other creatures in the battlefield under your control, you may move being suspected from the goat to something else. So. Lightning... Oh, that's right, I forgot Lightning Helix was reprinted in this set. Pretty strong. Pretty strong. The Shadows is also really good, but I'm just going to take the land. So I'm going to have to grab up later. Why is this... Why did this come back? That is not good at all. Well, I guess there are a few vampires. Take the Stalker and see if there's other things I can grab later. Wow, another land. But this one is actually on theme. I'll take it. A detonation for now. Yeah, give the removal card. Take this particular removal card. Trump on Stalker, and then... Wait, wow, what a card. Moderating hand, 5 mana. Can't be countered. Gain control creature to a turn, tap that creature. You can taste on a turn, suspected. 5 mana can't be countered, but you only keep it to end of turn? That's not good. With all the other power creep, why couldn't this be 4 mana? Come on now. I also give it menace, so it's not easy to block. Dude, Fuss. That card's been blowing things up. Yep, take that. That card has been blowing up the format. Glad I take it just for the fuss side. Giant Rogue. Defender at large. When enters the battlefield or orders turn faced up, target creature gets +2/+0 to end of turn. Pretty good. Interrogator is investigate. Gets 2 poison counters. I mean, being a 5/6 for 6 mana is also a pretty good bomb. It's on Keller for this deck. So, probably rather have that card just as a just in case. Already got the orangutan. Already got an assailant as well. A little bit of extra, like, of a burn spell couldn't hurt to take. I don't think it's good for this format though. It's really give and take. I don't think I need it. I'd probably take one of these creatures. Where am I at? 9. I don't think I'll take a creature. I'm taking this 3/3 disguise. Case of the Stash Skeleton enters battlefield. 2/1 black skeleton creature token that will immediately gain menace, can't block. You control no suspected skeletons. Use Cypress's case, search your library for a card, put in your hand and shuffle. Interesting. Yeah, I'll take it. That's actually not too bad. I think there are ways to make it on that. Corner quick against battlefield, sacrifice an artifact. If you do, it deals 3 damage to any target. It's pretty good. Do I have a lot of artifacts, though? Not outright. Got nothing that's creating artifacts. How odd. It's gonna be like a assailant heavy deck where it's like turn you upright. Extra block is outrageous robbery seems pretty good. Didn't work last time, but it works a better top and I think of this style of deck than the previous one. Chase is on. It's an aggressive deck, so take an extra one of those just in case how I assemble things. Take an extra removal spell. Climb against humanity. Oh my gosh, these puns. Yeah, I'll take the rage so it's on point. Cut the other stalker. Okay, cool. Well, made the red black deck as intended. Get some lands, okay. Did not get to make the Living Conundrum deck. Dude, if I had enough cards to support Living Conundrums, 3 of them? Shucks. If only I could have built the proper Living Conundrum deck. Dude. Living the dream. I know Professor just saw those 3 Living Conundrums all come back to me late in the packs, and he's just shaking his head like, you could have picked any of those other blue cards, and those other red cards too, and then have Living Conundrums at the end of it. You could have had things and then had all 3 conundrums. Like, you predicted they were all going to come back. And you could have picked all those other things. They would have circled on back, and then you would have been like, bam, there. Yep. Okay. Well, I have an interesting deck to make. And only 7 cards to put away. Roughly 7. Not too bad. I mean, they were not, so probably all non-creatures I'm going to be putting away. Get rid of 1 extra Slice from the Shadows. I only have 1 Demand Answers. Get rid of Extract Confession. Only 1 Gargantuan, which makes sense. rid of one of these stalkers. You may sacrifice an artifact. What artifacts? Sorcery speed deals 4 damage to target creature. It can't be countered, but I got no clues to sacrifice. 2 mana that make this basically a 4 mana spell. So detonation is gone. Don't need it. Not gonna do anything. This is the only card that's making a clue in the entire deck. Get out of the robbery, because it doesn't do anything for the deck. What's the curve look like? Curve is a bit... oh, really odd. But some of these creatures come down at 3 mana instead of the 4, etc. that they're at. One more Shading Form would have been interesting. I think I'll play this Alley Assailants, which create a 6 life gap by draining them for 3, giving you 3 health. It works out. I'll keep like this for right now. You know how it goes. Maybe I could swap out a few other creatures back in and get a few other non-creatures out, because I feels non-creature heavy. I'm gonna try to, even though I try to remove just non-creatures, help smooth it out, but it seems like an aggressive deck. And of course, it has the fuss card, so it has the potential to just blow out a game. Ooh. Okay, good opening hand. Give them the Schwamp. And I'm facing somebody only in silver. Hurrah! Land no creature. I feel like they're the deck that's going to play a 1-drop. No, they definitely ain't. Alright, you exile a card from your hand. Raucous Theater. So I'll put that down turn 4, because I'm going to do a Mountain next turn. And I'll probably Cerebral Confiscation, make them discard 2 cards. Rather than select 1 card. Exile a card from hand. Get rid of Out Cold. Can't be countered. Do our creatures and put a stun counter on each of them. Investigate. That could actually be pretty good in the mono deck. Piece of the skeleton. What's this thing? Okay. No attacks. I'll make the Menace Skeleton. Raucous Theater. to make a face down card. Cool. They're like, yeah, you know, no, I'm gonna hold back. That thing's got menace. Okay, so here's a good question. They let me get away with doing damage, so I'm going to Raucous Theater. 1, 2, 3, 4. I already got 5. I got a handful of things that cost 6, but I'm gonna bottom. I'm gonna graveyard that. I'm gonna bin that, and then I think I'm gonna spend my turn making them discard 2 cards. And get the what do they call that? Something card advantage. Card advantage is normally like by drawing cards, by making them discard cards. A different form of card advantage. Virtual card advantage. Charity. If you become a tree, you may collect evidence 4, and if you do, whenever you collect evidence, dead. Okay. No block. You have to sacrifice an artifact or discard a card, draw 2 cards. I'll just play this card outright. I'll be fine with that. Three mana. Sacrifice a creature. Any creature. Kind of figured that was going to be the one that they would get rid of. An instant, so that's cool. Next to attackers. I'll attack with both. At that point, they've got to be figuring that, like, this person has something. And if I get to get through for a 3rd damage... Cool. Well, do you got something? I'm still going to get at least a replacement creature for it, so I kind of buff up a bit. If I can bring this back, though, man, if I could recur this agent, unscrupulous agent, make them exile an extra card from their hand, that'd be nifty. What does this do? Alibi is by feeling damage. Ensuring is approved under. Suspected is no longer suspected. And just out so that an enchanted creature gets +2/+2, can't become suspected. Okay. Fair enough. I guess I should have attacked with, like, just a skeleton, but that's fine. You guys have a diminished creature. The Orangutan. Be gone. And nothing go with the orangutan. Resolve work. Pass the turn. When attack, exile target card from a graveyard, then investigate. Maybe for exclusion, you have resolved from a copy creature. Best bet's to make it a copy of. Sacrifice a clue. Exiled with it. Okay. There wasn't anything. Yeah. Can exile that card. Okay, I still got a lot out of that. Resolve. Get your magnifying glass. I'm going to discard this card. Swap out the 2 new cards. Some good to me. Now I can attack for 4. Why is there a plains in my deck? Arena. Gosh. I should double check that, but that's ridiculous. And then hopefully we have nothing else going on. I will just... The ward tries to counter this card. This card says it can't be countered, so the ward kind of just fails. And then it dies. Well, the plains, I mean, getting the extra land still helped out, but it was still strange that it was a plains. It should not have been a plains. Just not at all. I will turn that, I'm gonna go look it up and turn that to like swamps amounts of whatever. Why was there a plains there? It seems that there's a card that can do poison counters without it having being related to Phyrexia at all, so. Poison counters is something I would like to see them play around with a bit more, mechanically speaking, rather than it being relegated to just Phyrexia and whatnot. I kind of wish they'd kind of brought that on a bit more. +3/+0, so I can attack with everything, all depending on what they... If they go for that, then we'll kill them both. Still kind of give up 1 creature, so what we're gonna do is combat. Oof, oof. And go to blockers. We want to get rid of... Investigate whenever you draw a situation. Already get rid of Kellen, because Kellen does something. Axe, destroy up to 1 target artifact. Yeah. So. That and the turn. Activate only as a sorcery to go find a card. I kind of even get what is within my deck right now that I'd want to go grab. But I get to investigate twice. I only get to draw one card at end of turn, but that'll be fine. And they get 2 poison. Ha! But I can't have a like kill them by poison with condition. Hey, have your 3/3 vigilance. That's cool. And costs. Not bad. Do I have any automatic kills? Another turn, they're deciding what to do. Ow. Sorry for all the squeaky chairness, but gotta adjust that leg, you know? But in such a way that's like, oh, it's hurting the ankle and knee a bit. I'll say that what the camera's picking up is kind of odd. I'm trying to decide what to do. Okay. Or maybe their thing crashed. For all I know. I can afford to wait a bit. Put the camera on the fly. What was that? Wait ability. It got me a land, no blocks. At least I got that land out of the way. What's the turn face up? 4, 5, 6. Shouldn't be messing with the video inputs on the fly. You know, the video capture seemed a bit odd for the camera. I'll set everything back to default. Leave it as is. You can tell me how it looks later, but it looks, at least from my estimations, it looks a bit better than it was a while ago. I have no idea what was set to such wild things. Where are we at here? That'll leave me with how much left? Block 6. I'll go search up something. Oh, dude, yeah. So getting that card. for this afterwards. That was tough. At least it allowed me to find this. I could look through other things in my deck and see if there's something else I could have used. But I think what I had, I only have one copy of Cool. Nice. Killed both their creatures, hit them for 3. I'll just end the turn, draw their end step. Alright. Fuss, once again, steals a game, but this time in my favor instead of away from me. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of my attacking creatures. Is their hand empty? Oh. Should have been paying more attention to that. It's hard to tell. Well, that's fine. If they're not gonna attack me for what? Okay. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna lose anyways. I'll just. Maybe they meant to. Maybe they did not mean to attack, but as soon as they did, they're just like. I was like, ah, heck it. Okay. Here. I will say though, I thought my camera was acting and looking a little bit weird, and now I will say that. Now I will say that it definitely looks like I kind of remember it. Ooh, there's so much bright. Default. Contract. Jeez. So things were a bit. That 128. I thought it looked a bit odd. That definitely was up, and I don't know why. Never adjusted it. The default 120 looks a bit. Everything looks a bit too bleached out. I think isn't as light as it looks on me as it is. Camera there. That's a darker blue. That looks kind of accurate. Does seem a bit more. So it was at 128, like 125 seems more fitting. Yeah, that seems. Everything looks way more normal there. Kinda. How bright is that pink? That pink's a little on the bright side. How bright is this green? Hard to tell because of the light facing me. How's my mug look? The mug looks very accurate. Okay, I think that's definitely the right spot. 140 is good. Right about there. 1.8 sharpness again. Backlight compensation. Probably doesn't need that. Main. Doesn't seem to change anything as far as I can tell. The only thing I would change would be some saturation. Balance might be the way to go. The number values on this are in the thousands? Huh. Interesting. That's at the auto, but it seems to be at a good spot. By that, everything else seems good. Otherwise, yeah, it's too bleached out if I leave the saturation lower, but saturation does seem a little high. Red seems pretty good. Around that tube. Everything else looks, yeah, pretty good color-wise. Like, that seems way more accurate than, like... Yeah, the Kirby mug is actually really accurate, so... I'd say my shirt appears maybe a bit brighter than it actually is. But that's okay. I'll just keep experimenting over time. Sorry to be so distracted by it. Is what it is, right? But alright, actually got a win. That's cool. I can keep going. 49. I was hoping to, like, and go to sleep within 10 minutes from now, but I'll probably go past that. It won't be a problem at all. Now that I've built a deck that's way more inside my typicality. I'm a guy who loves team or color base, but I keep doing well inside of red black. I don't even intend to. Like, I guess it's just the aggro base. More of a live and let live kind of, which would make me like green, but there's some pragmatism that comes with black and all that. Neither of these though, neither of these creatures they don't have disguise. Makes things a bit odd. They got to go first. Nice sleeves. Those were solid. I like that. Dang, I'm drawing all lands, well, but that helps. That means I now have a guaranteed 5 lands for these things. Okay, fair enough. Exile a card from your hand. Give me that virtual card advantage. I'm at 6 cards in hand. There's 6 cards in hand. Drop to 5. Draw a card. That puts me only slightly ahead. Play a 3-mana creature. Yeah. Never face the permanent controls counter on it and also counter on a sentry. Anyways, they're not gonna block. They're gonna block. They're like, oh wait, that was a plains? Why is this? I thought that was a mountain. I forgot to check my thing for plains. Why is plains? Magic. Arg. Arena, you monster. Yeah, I wanted to throw. This thing seems powerful, and they're gonna be like an upside deck. Not supposed to be. I probably threw planes in here just because of the fuss and bother card being in the thing. Which case, and that, see, that's the kind of card I wanted. That's the kind of card I would want. I would have wanted. Whatchamacallit? Long goodbye. Don't got rid of. As the days grew longer, so did the list of missing persons. Deduce. Deduce. It's an Animaniacs throwback, by the way. The phrase being Dadu. I'm already up to 5 mana now, so I can throw out the Braggart. Or the Assassin. Start off with Braggart. Get in for an extra 1. Or creature with power 4 or greater. Really? That's in this set? Oh my gosh, man. Frickin' power, man. What's this, anyways? Curious Inquiry. 1 mana, enchant creature. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 and has whenever the creature does combat damage to a player, investigate. What does it do? Got a enchant creature, does not untap, and then 2 mana shuffle the creature into its. Well, that's nice. It did put multiple planes in here, so I might be able to cast the one side of Fuss and Bother, but I only ever want Fuss anyways. Aggravating. Keep looking at it for one. I'm not going to keep a chump blocker. I'll keep it a chump blocker later. I'm going to give +2/+2/+12 first strike, so past blockers. 1 blocker. Well, let's say get to keep a 2 token. That's always pretty good. Five, 6. Turn face. Just run off, you gain 3 life, so I'll go up to 15. They'll go down to 13. Helpful. I got a 3/3 flyer, so also not helpful. It just enters the battlefield tapped too. There's no reason not to. All right. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I would say if I draw a single land, I can both turn this face up and attack. This is so good. Okay. Next to the combat, all attack. Go to your blocker. Good, that's gonna trade out. Awesome. Get one of those for damage. 4+1/+1 counters on it. Ooh, I like that bubble smuggler. Okay, done. So we'll kill both of them. Do plus. And we'll turn this guy face up. Slightly bigger. Some light specials. Clue token. I won't kill you this turn. I can also draw 2 cards. I can just let you play one thing. Not good for you. Maybe we'll put the 1-mana spell in it, that helps. Discard this land, don't need it. They're both, no fucking way. No way, man. Nuh-uh, I don't believe it for a second. Okay, well at least I got those lands out of the way, so I'm drawing something that's not a land next turn, I know it. But that was mathematically impossible. There's no way there were 3 lands sitting in a row on top of the deck. After drawing 4, 5, 6, 10. I have 10 lands left. Well, right here. One right here, one right there. So I've been through 12 lands up. There's only 5 lands in the deck. 5 lands left in the deck out of 20 cards. It is now impossible. One-sided fight for 1 mana at... One-sided fight for 1 mana at sorcery speed. That... Welcome to power creep. We'll extract evidence. 2... Evidence 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4... Dude, come on! You need to give me more time than that. I'm making an important decision of what cards to get rid out of my graveyard. So what does this card do? 3/2 Flying Vigilance for 4, Disguise for 2 hybrid manas. Now, turn face up, you may tap or untap target creature. It's pretty good. An efficient mana creature, blue-white, and an artifact creature flyer. Let me double check that. That could go into the 1 deck. Okay, well, they finally drew a land. Depending on all the cards they had, they didn't have a land. Now they just drew 1. They got nothing left in the tank. You have 5 mana and there's nothing you can do? Well, we'll take the W, but that is certainly surprising. Boy. Okay, time to look this deck over, because I understand it's giving me planes for this side of the card. 3, 3, 1. I'm never using it for that side. I know I am like never using it for the Surveil 2 and Create 3 Thopter. This deck was a little bit more like, well, it's only ever going to use it for fuss. Only ever going to use it for fuss. Never going to use it for bodies. But that does create artifacts that can't be sacrificed to like do things. It's never gonna be relevant. Yeah, that'll work. You know, This -X, -X, mine, it kind of makes it suck early game, so I'm kind of going to get rid of this. Bring on an extra chases on, and I think I'll be good. Don't get me wrong, I would actually absolutely love artists, but I'm gonna get rid of one of them. 13 and non-creatures. Yeesh. One of these is a pseudo creature, so it's more like more like 14-9. Yeah. Turns face up 4. How much? 1 mana less. Ooh, big whoop. Only a 3/4 flyer? That only gains you exactly 1 life, so it doesn't quite have lifelink either? Eh. I don't think it was really performing fun enough beforehand anyways. Yeah. Those were fine changes. Those will be just fine. I got some wins. Got 2 wins so far. Sweet. Those are dedicated. Someone special. Dedicate my win. As always. You can have all my wins and none of my losses. I keep all the losses for myself. Who wouldn't? You know who can have my losses? My enemies. Wait a second, they already do. Oh no! Tasty. Yeah. Okay, wow. Start off surveilling and make a skeleton. Yeah, we'll surveil first. Kabam. Yeah, I'll keep that card. That. And Skeleton with Menace Menace. Player blocker. Oops. I'm just kidding. But most of these things are 2 mana blockers, especially in that color scheme. There it is. The tipster. Arcbound Ravage. Nice username. I really approve. You know what? Just get rid of 2 cards. For 6, you're going to go down to 4, and I'm already at 4. I'm going to hit you. Kind of brought you down the scale a bit. I like a second one of those cards. They're mana ramped though off this guy. Ooh. Used a creature. That's cool. I will as well. Curving. They played all their hand. Cool. Then this thing. Thing is 4/2 head for free. Love the name though. Pomus Gadabout. Block creatures that don't have a name can be blocked by these face down cards. Oh, interesting. 3, 4. Could be anything. Is it worth trading? Eh. That guy's a 3/3. You have to double block and give me... Oh, shoot! I only wanted to do the skeleton. Not what I wanted. I only wanted the skeleton only. Well, that's a big oops, but alright. Got all the misclicks. Sure, we can have the trades. We're gonna do some shenanigans. You got one card in hand. That gets a 6/7 Helion. That's... What do I want to do before? You'll let it through. There's no reason not to block it. Then I'm taking 8, 11, 15. So yeah, sure you won. You won off a misclick. Thanks. Okay, this color scheme, that's like red green. It can be a 6/7. Good to know. Lol. Darn, you can actually block my thing now. I think I can block anyway, so I should just attack. That case will be solved, and then I can, It blocks. Stupid misclick. They probably would not have blocked anyways and probably still win. But I just want that turn back, you know? Oh well, stuff happens. Stuff that can only happen on digital that can't happen in paper. Yeah, dude, wow, their deck had like this perfect build and curve out, like, honestly, though, I said their curve out and power level within green definitely seems a lot more possible than some of the other malarkey we've seen here from Arena tonight. Once again, got a good curve out Rockers here to start it. Finds me like another swamp off the top, that'd be good. But I'll probably get one anyways for the interrogators. So, yeah. Stay in solid, I can curve out to the 3/3 if I want. I'd rather disguise it, but we'll see. I guess starting off with a being on the draw, playing a theater for black is kind of... It's kind of odd, but no, we got there. So let's do that, and we'll still do this surveil. This game usually draws me lots of extra lands anyway, so I'm okay with giving up a land early. Very well. Aha, Menace! Place on counter on it if you do. Place on counter on Sanctuary Wall. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Case file on it. Too much text, man. Way too much text. ETB, and whenever a case gets solved, top 6 cards of the library. Reveal enchantment card from that. Put it in hand. Rest on bottom. All the other cards go in the bottom of the library in a random order. Spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast case spells. Okay. But the whole, like, I'm really tired of the, like, put cards in the bottom of your library in a random order. Like, why does it matter? What's wrong with having the black-red card from the one set? Like, oh, you basically make it untenable now. Very unusable. It turns up for 4 mana and deals 2 damage anywhere. Not by me. just so you don't know what it is. Now you can actually do the thing. No attack. You're not gonna attack me anyway, so fine. White black stall. 88 miles per hour! Doc! Doc! Well, what happens at 88 miles per hour? That's precisely the thing, Marty! That's... I forgot the cadence correct on that. Let's see here. Bragger can come out turn after that. We can just come now. We'll get this card ready for later. We'll do this guy, that guy. See what we can get. We'll just wait it out. We're both playing long game. Let's see who's better at it. Good, nice. Back. Definitely Garuk-based background. That's cool. Lots of morph cards. I hope to draw one of my two 3-0 first strike cards. Everyone at this point in time is like can't be countered. Kill spells would be nice. The one time I would want that like 1 mana, 1 in X, -X can't be countered spells. Pretty cool. But I mean, my kill spell can kill any one of these cards and can't be countered, so I'll draw it. Do I suspect this card? I'll go with Decline. I don't need to suspect it right now. I don't even need the Menace. Menace will be good later. Cool. Glad I got rid of the face down card. What's this? Toxin analysis. For 1 mana?
Phantasms makes me feel good. Being incorporeal is a great way to leave.
They have Kaya. Cards you graveyard. Too much text! You may choose a creature card from them. Copy of it. That's fine. Oh. A convoluted card. Okay, where were we? The Cerebral Confiscation got kind of bad, so... What's the view predict card? It starts out with 3 and they did a +1. +1 create a token with fun. What? Usually a create a creature spell off of a card is a minus. Or -2. The target creature you control for each of the creatures. What? On the turn, I'll wait for this confiscation till later. The probably does end up playing a card.
Apparitions come in many shapes, but they all look like a payday to me.
So glad they drew a card. They're not playing any cards though. That'd be premium for this confiscation. Well, that's okay. I turn this card face up. Now I draw the Gargantuan. Should have been attacking with that too. Well, I guess there's no need. There. Dude, I chose some good targets so far. Plan for turn. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And still say, hey, you just discard that card. Throw out the orangutan. Dude, took out the wall. I didn't even realize that wall was an artifact creature. Dude, that's awesome. Thank you, Monkey. Monkey did well. The Monkey most certainly did get funky. Oh. Really? Oh well, that's fine. So I can turn that face up. Got a lot of cards I can draw. Yep, I knew the -2 was coming.
I'm the best ghost hunter in the business. I'm the best ghost hunter in the business.
It's only a matter of time. I drew a... Wow, Arena. You for real? I'm gonna take down your Planeswalker. I do not even care. They can block in a way where the Kaya still goes down to 1. What are the cards I've drawn? I guess it was a matter of time before I finally got another land. All things considered, so I still got this far with me. That means I've still drawn mostly lands.
Try that again. I dare you.
Okay, so there's more than one way for them to block that Kaya goes down to 1. And they still kept like all their creatures. Okay. What do these dumb things do? Assemble the players. Time. Once each turn, you may cast a creature spell power 2 or less from the top of your library. Okay. What is power 2, it says? Weird. Oh god, so one of those level up cards that requires also collect evidence. Only 3 mana and collect evidence 4 becomes a... you have to do the first thing. You have to do 2 mana, collect 2. It becomes a 4/4.
Monsters know better than
With vigilance. I drew another... Really drew another land? Oh my... Yeah, that is... The first land was like, no, okay, actually that seems a bit... But 2 lands in a row like that? 6... I'm up to 10 lands again. And I drew another one.
Monsters know better than to hide under my bed.
Nah, man.
With a little cunning, you can dodge death and taxes.
I don't know what they played multiple things last turn anyways. Oh, they might have been playing what's top of their deck. Down blocks. Get your 4 damage in. This is stupid. Really? 3 lands in a row? Yep, we're not sticking around for that one. Three lands in a row. Not mathematically. I should adjust the deck, but... I don't know much to adjust and that helps it. Not to draft a deck like that. You're telling me they probably paired this gold player with a bunch of bronze people who didn't know what they're picking as well or something? It's something... Oh, it seems really off. It keeps giving me this card too. The amount of frequency I have seen this card has literally been every single game. And this. Like, just... I only have 1 tap land in the entire deck, and it's going to give it to me in a pivotal moment. It'll be like turn 5 to be on curve for this card, and it's going to give me my 5th land on curve. You just... I'll draw like The next turns will draw 2 creatures, then for turn 5. Let's secure that one. Doesn't matter. Cool. It's virtual card advantage. I just feel like all of these certain decks got more mileage out of their decks than I have gotten out of mine. Probably 4 digits. That's attackers. 3 mana. Not gonna save their guy. Flying lifelink. Still ahead in the race, and then now I can put down the interrogators next turn. Like, okay, cool. I just kept drawing lands. I've literally drawn a land every single time from the beginning of the game. It seems like Arena is going to be happy to force me to lose rather than losses being natural. I actually had enough to extract evidence? They did, okay, cool. It was just this guy attacking. It was just there's just one attacker. They weren't attacking with both. All right, cool. How is it another land? Seriously. Well, I'm glad to be able to set a mana. That's been kind of helpful, but just sacrifice a creature. That's easier. Pick a creature, any creature. It's probably the 1/1. Yeah, that's fine. Whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses life and you gain 2 life. Okay. They're like, no, I guess I do that. Cool. I was gonna say, I don't think there's a way they can survive from that anyways. All the damage happens at the same time, puts them at 0, and then when there's combat cleanup, and then there's activations. So yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Cool. Let's see. I think this works out. I don't think that stopped them due to the braggart being able to give itself menace. Good. I'm pretty certain the way layers work, this person is just dead. And they were, so. Keep 7, surveil. Please be please be on the top that I can just throw in the graveyard. Awesome! Finally! And it was still another effing land. Are you kidding me? Dude. Play an artifact. Or don't. That was a good creature to get rid of. They played the assailant early. This guy's 5, 6. This person out. Get 4 power on the field. Six mana, so I'm kind of a turn short. No blocks. And you gave me for 3. I'll kind of gain it all back. But I got Fuss, and I've got creatures to put on the field, so that kind of helps. So. Okay. Make sure the race is on, you know, get that little bit of extra damage in. No, no blocks, that's fine. Put this guy out, see what we do. They don't play land. Maybe they're not doing anything. They don't play a land that's really good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. For them. It's really good for us. They might counterspell. Oh, I didn't think about that. They could have counterspelled that. It would have been bad. But, okay. Might have a flash person here, so I'm going to attack for 2. And the next turn I can just go ham. Put on Fuss and see what happens, but... They got that one bounce spell. Bodes well. Get another 2/2. There's always the chance that they could just play the kill spell. Okay, they did Slice from the Shadow. That's fine. Not bad. At this point, the more I can like wait it out. They finally got a land. Now they can really start playing some cards, but what are they gonna play? That'd be the question. They're Demir and they only have one black source. Okay. I'm gonna pass a turn. They're probably gonna play a 5th land, right? I'm trying to figure out what they're gonna do. It takes 9 mana because this is 6th turn face up. How annoying is it? Of course. Of course! That's what they've got. Because I should have just attacked into it. I have reach, so I can wait though. Grab more damage than they can. But now I'm drawing all lands. After drawing lands, all... I don't have a way to like get rid of that and bounce it. No attacks. I've got 4. Yeah, so that's 8 mana. Takes 9 to be able to turn this card face up and activate this extra spell. In the same turn, so there's no point. I can just turn this face up. End of turn. Maybe attack? Yeah, that's fine. Blocks. Basically to undo that turn. I get to undo about 2 of their turns. If I attack with 2 creatures this time, so that's cool. Sure. I feel like a very odd choice on their part, but I think they're just trying to keep my board thin. Like, okay. I have 5 mana, so as soon as I get their 6th mana, now like probably anything's online. Absolutely anything is, but I have enough mana for any other kind of shenanigans. What's this? Thing is can't be countered. Yeah, okay. How is there can't be countered in this deck when they put super morph in? Like, I don't get it. That's still gonna put me back up to 6. do the same shenanigans again. Okay, the one time I'm with 3 Thopters and Surveil 2 might have actually been worth it. No attacks. Do you have anything else? Can you actually force the win now? What? So what does this do? Really? Wow. Okay, sure. Man, how nice of Arena to make their deck operate perfectly with too few lands. I drew nothing but lands. Arena Shuffler so bad. Well, at least that deck went a lot farther than the previous one. I'm sure it would have gone farther if Arena wasn't an absolutely atrocious platform. And I just wanted to play and enjoy some Magic, but sucks, man. Four with Menace. Good old menace. Creatures you control have Wither. Ooh. Every creature an opponent controls dies. Toughness was less than 1. Hard. Well, alright. Well, that certainly was a ride of packs. All right, quite the set of drafting. How do I feel about this set? Oh my gosh! Wow. that was certainly something. Boy, for a set that's all about murder mystery, it felt like extra shenanigans. Man, the power creep is real and super strong. And like the super morph, basically morph with ward on it is pretty cool. When then they make these like can't be countered spells. So it's like, oh, the true ultimate power in this set was the can't be countered stuff. But I guess I needed something to have a few checks and balances, but these checks and balances that they put in their own set still just shove aside so many other cards far and away. But of course, the flip over factor for the super morph is a much higher cost than other things. I don't know how to feel about this. This was so different from what I was expecting. I hope the Western set has a little bit more like decent feel balance to it, because oh my, wow. Jeez. Like, I don't know, I don't feel like a set that's all about kind of tongue-in-cheek, silly murder mystery stuff. Because a lot of the card, like, names and artworks almost feel a bit jokish. But then there's some actual seriousness of the plot where it's like, oh, this character did pass away, like a popular character, apparently died in... I don't know if there's any others, and... Like, the set's power level is just... BAM! With all this, like... There are so many cards that are so jokish in, like, artwork, name. But then the card set is so just strong power level. It's still throwing me for a loop. I still can't wrap my head around it. Feels like such a strange disconnect. And yeah. Hey Watsy. Best wishes to you. We'll see if I play this anymore before April with the Western set. I hope the Western set's a lot better. Oh, wow, huh? Man, that fuzz card. It was good until it wasn't. I'm baffled. You have something figured out, and then it feels like the Arena Shuffler is just purposely doing stuff. Gosh. All right. Well, yeah, that was some Magic the Gathering. Maybe one day I can switch over to MTGO and we can play some real normal as heck Magic. Doesn't feel so coerced. And I know they do have algorithmic stuff in this client. Knowing that, it really prevents one from feeling like you're playing some real Magic the Gathering. Because man, there's no way paper's not easy to replicate that half the time. Okay. Well, enough griping, enough complaining, enough going, how much did I really miss Magic thanks to Arena? Arg. Bang, bang. Maybe the next one will go better. Maybe it's all on me. Maybe I didn't understand this set well enough and all that, So, all those who joined in, have a great night. Thanks for stopping by for a bit. Best wishes to the Braden out there who's traveling and going to be going on vacation, and might see you guys on Wednesday, I don't know yet, but if not, at least see you on Friday to finally finish up as much as possible that RPG of Live Alive? Live Alive? However you want to pronounce it. Then maybe some Sunday too, I don't know yet, so. If I do a stream on Sunday, I don't know what it'll be yet. We'll figure that out as we go along. So, have a great night, and if you're playing Magic, hey, good luck. May you top deck everything you need, unlike me. May you have both skill and luck on your side. So, thank you as always for tuning in. And I hope to see you again real soon. Wheel.